Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, streaming live on GorillaCross.com, the Gorilla Cross app, and everywhere on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you can find us at Gorilla Cross.
We're on Twitter?
Yeah.
Look at that.
And Twitch.
Got the Twitter.
We're on Twitch also.
Twitch?
Live on Twitch?
Yeah. Live on Twitter, live on Twitch, live on YouTube, live on Facebook.
He be doing a lot back there.
We're everywhere.
I know, right?
We're everywhere.
This Twitch thing is new to me.
No, I knew we were on Twitch. I just didn't know it was live. I know at one point it was kind of like a secondary thing, but I didn't know.
We are live everywhere. But download the Gorilla Cross app. That's where we really want you to find us, because you can listen and watch us live on the app, and you can take us anywhere with you. And we have a lot of other stuff that we do on the app, so make sure you check that out as well. But we are here live from downtown Las Vegas. An Unnamed Sports Show is powered by Precharge. I got the hat. I don't have the shirt on, but I got a shirt.
I was about to say, you got the shirt on?
No, I don't got the shirt on. But I did give a lot of shirts away and some hats away, and people were feeling the stuff.
Okay.
And
I got to get some more.
We're going to get them to actually take pictures with the gear on.
Okay.
And then we'll push it out there to them.
I gotta get everybody else signed up.
And if you want to be a sponsor of the show, hit us up at info@gorillacross.com, or just hit me up, Quan@gorillacross.com. You can find us anywhere. So hit us up. We're looking for more sponsors for the show, for the network, everything. So make sure you hit us up, because we want to advertise you and your business. Steve.
Yeah.
Shawls R Us. Now he's just doing it on purpose.
No, I told him that's just the new look. So he's Desert Sand Steve.
So maybe I should make some shawls. Maybe I should.
The workout shawl. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
The workout scarf / shawl.
He's like lean back extra today. Like that shawl does something to him where he's feeling himself a little extra.
It's a smooth look. He's gotta,
Hey.
So this guy, if you guys have watched the show the last, 2 or 3 years, you've seen this guy's transition from a woman to a man.
Whoa. Yeah, because you said transition, and I was like, whoa. That's a loaded word now.
He used to be Stefana.
No, I wasn't. Not even remotely.
He's our female voice. No, but he transitioned from wearing a blank T-shirt every single show. That was his iconic. That's what he was known for, a blank T-shirt.
He was Haynes. Wasn't it Haynes?
Y'all
Huff?
said Haynes. Y'all
Haynes
made
Huff?
up
No, not
Haynes
y'all.
or something.
That was your name.
Yeah.
Haynes Huff. Because he wore a blank Haynes T-shirt every single episode.
That's right.
And now he started wearing his Yoke Dog shirt. He wanted to advertise a little bit.
Yep.
And then it went from Yoke Dog to Shaw Dog. And so now he's wearing that shawl every week, just really feeling himself. So
I like.
I don't wear other people's brands unless I'm paid to do so. So,
what brand are your jeans? Someone else's, huh?
Nobody will know.
But unless their true religion is a little harder to tell.
Yeah, and I'm not about to tell anybody the name brand of anything.
But you're wearing another brand.
I've got on sweatpants right now.
Are they Hanes?
No, they're not Hanes. I will say I've never worn a Hanes t-shirt or sweatshirt or sweatpants in this building.
Well, not this one.
Fair. I was about to say,
or the other building. No.
Yeah, the other
none of those blank shirts were ever Hanes.
You can't prove us wrong. Just
I
Hanes.
can't remember what they were.
They were Hanes.
I feel like one of them
They were Hanes.
A New Era.
We'll just go with it. We'll go with Hanes.
That white one was New Era. I do remember that.
And then
what are the other? I can't even remember the other names.
Yeah, Hanes.
But they weren't Hanes. Y'all
Hanes
just roll with
Sorry.
Hanes. Because the name doesn't matter.
You can't prove it. We're not going back in time.
If Hanes
can't prove it.
wants to pay me to wear shirts, I wear Hanes shirts all day.
You can't prove it.
Oh my!
We got video footage,
and they all look like Hanes to us. That's why we said it.
It was a blank tee, Steve. I don't know if they're. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to pull
I'll leave it to you guys' imagination on what brand the blank shirt was.
It was Hanes. It's not imagination. You can't defend something that you didn't defend back then, a year and a half later, and say, "Oh, I wasn't there." You could have told us you weren't there a year and a half ago when you were accused
that was
of being
you
there.
that ran that man over.
Exactly.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. Again, hey.
Oh man.
Come on.
I wear my brand because it's my
your brand.
That's right.
As well you should.
And
how are you today, Quan?
Are those on Hanes cotton though?
No, they're not.
No, it's their own brand.
I'm doing good, man. I'm tired. I worked all night last night till 4 a.m. Finally got the weed smell mostly out of my car. Jenna said she smelled it a little bit.
It's a hint
but
of weed.
I found the whole joint in there, and I'm like, I know this weed smell doesn't last that long, because I picked up people before that smell like weed. It'll linger a little bit, but the next day it's pretty much gone.
The next hour.
This next day, 12 hours later, it was still there, strong. So
you don't have no spray in your car?
Yeah.
No, you need some Lysol, baby.
No, all you gotta do is get that bomb.
Let me finish my story, because the point is, the smell wasn't disappearing because I finally did a full investigation in my back seat, because I did a little look over. You know, you do the look over.
Yeah.
I don't see anything back there. I did the full investigation. Like, let me open my back door and actually insert myself in the back of the car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I found a joint right by the seatbelt.
See, first he did the white man gets pulled over, the cop just do a little scam, make sure. Then he did the black man gets pulled over. We need to search the back seats.
We need, sir,
that
is there
joint smell
anything
is not
in the car
going anywhere
that you would like to discuss and tell me about now? No, sir.
You want to step out the car for a minute?
Well,
I really don't.
It doesn't matter because it's legal out here now. So.
Lucky you.
But it's legal for you too, Steve. You smoke it all the time. Steve, you smoked more tonight than me and Josh have smoked in our lifetime.
Yes.
Maybe not Josh at UFC.
Hey.
Haven't smoked weed and
yeah, I forgot. You have people that watch that.
That's right. Yes, please.
Steve, is that what the shawl's for when you throw the water up on your face and try to drink it?
I'm trying to not laugh and
that
control myself.
UFC.
You're not supposed to laugh and drink water at the same time.
That UFC day.
It's a rule.
I'm glad we did not meet our special guest who's in the building.
But I finally got rid of the weed smell.
That's good.
So it smelled. I mean, she said she smelled it. It's not.
She might have dealt it.
It's not this. It's not the same scent that it was. You know, the heavy scent it was yesterday and the day before. So we're good.
That's good.
But somebody on Facebook was mad that I threw it away. The joint.
That was a lot. That was it was about solid that long, Steve.
But you know what though, man? Like, I don't trust.
There's coronavirus going on. You want to put your mouth on something else?
Even beyond coronavirus, like, I don't trust. If I don't know you, like, I'm not just about to smoke some random people's weed. You know what I'm saying? That's
fair.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like.
You don't know what it's laced with.
Yeah, they might be on. They might be on some other stuff, man. You don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I'm sure I could have sold it like on Maryland.
Had that have been Steve's, and Steve did not immediately call to retrieve, I would have cut that. We'd have started that thing over.
I think weed smells horrible. I think the people that smoke it smell horrible, smell like trash.
I never smell horrible or like trash.
I mean, you got to pay attention to what's going on.
Most people don't.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, some people still like.
I do know some people that smoke it every day and you can't tell. But then I know people that smoke it every other day and you smell like you smoke it every day.
You smell like you smoke it
Yeah, I
every
feel
day.
that.
Blunts usually smell a lot stronger too. But we are really going further and further into weed. So go ahead and get us somewhere else.
And our guest is not going to be on, but she's super comfortable on the Vegas Nights futon.
She's definitely on the futon. She's enjoying herself. She was on my page not physically on the page, but I said that we might have a guest. The guest came out of Quan's car. I was very excited. Was ready to get her ready and set up. Then realized that
she laid on the couch.
It was just me and Steve that were here in the studio.
You guys are the guests.
It's okay.
It happened.
But subscribe to her channel. What's your channel? I can't hear you.
Yeah. You might want to come and at least.
Might want to yell it.
Just this mic won't put you on camera.
Yeah, you're not on camera over there.
You're not on camera. You're still not on camera. No. There you go.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
I'm Jenna Benamy, host of The Jenna Ben Show on Dash Radio.
Hey.
And you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at The Jenna Ben Show. And I'm going back to the futon because I'm very tired after media day and my bender last night on the Las Vegas Strip.
Okay.
Way to bring your full life into this as well.
Can you just hear the lack of energy in my voice, though?
Oh, you're
Sounds
you're just trying to dumb it down right now.
We need her to do radio drops, too. Sometimes.
Seriously.
She got on. I'm like, wait, that sounded very professional.
That sounded great.
You're listening to Unnamed Sports Show.
All right, take it back to the couch.
It's a futon.
Fair.
Shout out to Jenna Ben, but she does have a lot of good content, interviews a lot of MMA fighters, UFC. So make sure you check that out. It is media week here for UFC 248.
248.
Israel Adesanya, which Adesanya is not the correct pronunciation. I found that out.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly how to say it, so I'm going to keep saying Adesanya.
How did you bring that up?
I woke up this morning saying it in my head. I woke up thinking about it. Like, that's how bad it was.
Sanya?
Adesanya. Like something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's the African. It's got the African in there.
That's nice, deep in Africa.
Do it again. Adesanya?
I think.
Adesanya.
I have to watch it. I was watching the Ariel Helwani show last night, and he was saying it. I didn't check in the. You can go to one of the websites, the media website, and get the pronunciation from them themselves saying it. So I didn't go in there yet.
Adesanya sounds better.
Adesanya.
Adesanya.
Oh, that's the Israel Adesanya.
Hey, look. That is one thing about Americans. It is hilarious. We will butcher. If it's got any kind of twang to it, it will get butchered.
Oh, and if you fix it, we don't care.
Yeah, you Adesanya to me.
You Adesanya.
Go, champ.
We'll butcher your name and tell you to fix it.
My biggest pet peeve is NBA fans that in 2020 are still saying Giannis. We all know it's Giannis.
Yeah, that's
and they're like,
horrible.
well, they're in America.
That's horrible.
It's like, but his name is not. He doesn't pronounce the G.
Yeah, it's just
Giannis. It's not that hard.
So why?
I still can't pronounce his last name, so I just call him Giannis.
Antetokounmpo. Wow. There's another syllable. There's another syllable in there, but I just go.
I have to look at it. Let me look it up.
Yeah, when you look at it, you can get it out.
And I feel like I say it better.
Yeah. But in my head,
Antetokounmpo.
Well, it's Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo.
Wow.
That's
toe in the middle that I always miss. I always miss that
the toe because the koumpo, like it's K-O-U and you pronounce the U.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the N that's silent, and then it's
How do you pronounce his first name?
Giannis.
All right.
Steve's getting better.
Right.
Giano.
Giano. But listen, we have a good fight this weekend coming up. PD invited us to his house again, but I will be in the arena, so I won't be able to my pastor.
Oh, Pastor.
Man, I thought
Pastor
you said
Dan.
Pastor Dan.
I thought you said P Diddy, and I was
I
like,
said
you
PD.
didn't say-
No,
yeah,
we
you
call it
said, you
PD.
said Diddy, and
Okay.
I was like,
It
whoa,
did
whoa,
sound
wait
like
a
Diddy
minute.
did.
Call it
Yeah, okay.
PD.
Oh, okay, PD.
Call it PD.
I was
like, is that what we
I was
calling
like, wait a
Todd
minute,
now?
bro. Ain't nobody told me nothing.
We calling Todd Diddy now? Did
Right.
Puff Diddy Pump?
No.
Oh, all right.
But I will actually be there. Josh, they kicked him out because he cheered too hard last time for.
Hey, yeah,
McGregor.
sometimes you got to be suspended. I'll take that
But
suspension.
actually, I'm glad you weren't able to make it today because my brother's camera looks really nice with those interviews.
good.
So,
You were able to get some interviews?
Oh
Phil?
yeah, we got some good ones. A lot of press conference style.
Did you get your drops?
No.
We got to get the drops, America. We're working on it.
America.
We're working
America.
on it. We're gonna do better.
Most of our interviews weren't one-on-one. It was people around.
Oh,
so,
fair.
Yeah.
No, then you.
So I didn't want to be like. And by the way,
Yeah.
can you do a drop?
Yeah.
I would have done it,
No,
but
no. Yeah, no. If
We
it
did
was,
do a
it
lot
was
of
gonna be,
one-on-one.
if it was gonna
Yeah.
be worse than it wasn't gonna be more than it was worse.
But his camera is really nice, so we're gonna have some of that footage up today on the website. So make sure you check that out. But let's jump into it right now. UFC 248, Israel Adesanya, we'll just call him that today, versus
Adesanya.
Yoel Romero.
Isn't it the
42 years
warrior
old.
of God? What is it? The soldier of God? Something of God.
Versus the
Last Stylebender.
last stylebender.
Both of them have really, really good nicknames.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
This fight almost seems unfair, but at the same time, Yoel Romero has been a really good fighter for a long time. He's 42 years old, making me feel like I could still fight, but I never fought to begin with, so I wouldn't be able to still.
I was
Yeah.
about to go.
There's the difference.
But who do you guys think is going to win this fight? And
Oh, that's right.
is he going to take him out early, or is this a fight that might go all five?
First off, I'll just say, well, no, I'll do that first. Do you want to talk about the whole card, or are we just gonna talk about the?
We're going to talk about that right now.
Okay, all right. I mean, look, I think, well, Israel does take shots. Like he's not the kind of guy that doesn't look for contact, or he's not a John Jones that doesn't really ever really get hit or
Yeah.
caught. Like Israel does get caught, he just happens to be able to, move forward and still stick with his game plan. If he gets caught by Yoel Romero, things could be bad. I think Romero's best bet would be to win in the first 2 rounds. If it can go the first 2 rounds and he makes something happen,
Yeah.
he has a better chance at winning. If it goes 5 or 4, I think it starts to lean more towards Israel's camp. That's just my thought.
Steve, what do you think?
I got to go with the young guy, Adesanya. I mean, he's got. I mean,
Mustafa.
right. It doesn't seem like a whole lot, being that both of these guys have been, fighting for a while, obviously. But I mean, 12 years is still huge. He also has a height and a reach advantage.
Big
for
one.
these two guys to weigh, the same, and their reach advantage is like 6.5 inches.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, Israel's way taller than Romero.
Yeah. He's probably about, well,
yeah, and that's what I'm
tell
saying.
you.
Like having all those advantages and being younger. I mean, I didn't think it was that
He's
big.
6'4", Romero's 6 foot, which I think that might not be right.
yeah.
Because he definitely looks more than 4 inches taller, but
Really?
still 4 inches is a lot.
Yeah.
It's
But,
6.5 inch reach.
And then at that age, man, I mean, granted, there are a few, exceptions to the rule, but I mean, once you cross 40, man, everything is harder. Everything hurts more. Everything takes longer to recover.
Sure.
And I mean, then you start to have just old man pains, like your back hurts for no reason.
And
your
when,
knees give up.
when was Yoel's last fight?
I think his last fight was against Paulo Costa.
That was Acosta, but was that during the summer?
Yeah,
Or
that was in
the
August.
fall?
That,
Okay,
that was
okay.
at UFC 241.
So he's had a little just
Yeah,
to your
so-
point. He's had a
yeah.
little bit of, because that one was a tough
Dude, they were
fight.
going back
That was
and
a
forth.
blood
They were
sport.
brawling right
Right.
there.
So just to your point, I was just trying to think if it was
No,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
fall.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right.
But even that, like a lot of these fighters are fighting like what 3 to 6 months
Yeah,
another fight, you
Yeah.
know, and so I mean, even there is kind of like, okay, so I think he's ready for this fight. I don't think either one of these guys is going to be walked over, but I have to give the edge to Israel. Yeah.
All right. And Romero's been around. I mean, He's 42, so he's been fighting for a while.
Yeah.
Adesanya, I think he's 7-0 in the UFC. He's 18-0 overall. Undefeated champion right now. To me, Adesanya is like the next great fighter in the UFC. And obviously we have a lot to see, but he reminds me a lot of Anderson Silva. He is very marketable. He has a personality.
He does have a good personality.
And that's a big deal. And it's also a big deal that somebody with the personality could actually fight.
Yeah.
And they take their fighting serious. They're not all personality where, like even with Conor, he could take losses and it's not that big of a deal if he loses. You know what I'm saying? Adesanya, he wants to stay undefeated.
Yeah.
He cares about the wins and losses. Not saying that other fighters don't. It's just if they take it, I'll get back up. But I think with him, he wants to maintain that undefeated record for a long time.
Yeah.
And just continue to be that champion. And we'll see what he does. If he just stays in this division and dominates it for a while, does he move up? Does he, even in the near future, which I think John Jones would avoid him, but does he move up to lightweight or light heavyweight, to try to fight John Jones? I think John Jones would do everything in his power to not take that fight.
I don't think John Jones would be afraid of him, personally.
I do.
Well, the reason I say that is because Israel is a skinnier, he's a smaller guy. It's not like he has to worry about cutting weight. That's pretty much his weight. If he's, maybe 5 to 7, maybe even 10 pounds heavier than his weight,
yeah,
he doesn't have to do anything to lose, to really be at his fighting weight. John Jones is a much bigger guy. He is a thicker guy. Obviously with his family lineage, he's from football body type, so he's a much thicker guy. I don't know. Especially when it comes to the wrestling and all those things. Even if he tried to put on 10 pounds, if John Jones gets him to the ground, you're gonna see the difference. It's gonna be a different fight.
I would love to know what is Israel's walk around weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what is he walking around at? Because light heavyweight is John Jones, right? And that's 205.
205.
He's got to be a little under 205, right? 205 is 205.
205. So you have until 206. Like you're allowed to be a pound over.
So you're talking about Israel right now is 185. He's got to go up.
Yeah, he's a middleweight.
20 pounds. You know what I mean? Like that's a
not
lot
a
of
joke.
weight. That's a lot of weight to go and fight basically the best guy in UFC right now. You know what I mean?
So it could be, but I mean we see it's only one division up, so we see that a lot. It's not like he'd be jumping up to heavyweight.
Well, but the difference, to Steve's point, the other moves are 5, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
20 pounds, and then also it's like 20, and I'm really coming down. Like it's not like you know what I mean? It would be something different if his walk around weight was 205 and he got down to 185, but he's got rail thin legs. Like he's a smaller dude.
Right.
So to say jump up to to 205, man, you got to put on weight.
He seems like he can walk around at like 185 to 190 and then just get to 185 to fight.
Quick,
you know what I mean? That's how it seems.
Yeah.
But like we don't know, of course, but at the same time, like to go up to have to gain that weight, I would have to see him in a couple fights before I could say,
this
guy
guy
should fight John. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
But I know that's on the cards. I know that like they've been kind of talking about it, but I didn't realize that.
But then
there's
also the chance that John Jones jumps up to heavyweight.
True.
Because he's getting older. A lot of guys when they get older, light heavyweights, they want to stay at heavyweight because it's harder to cut too, and you're gaining more weight.
Right.
And so it might be, especially if he wants to fight Stipe. That might be an option. So
John Jones better stay at light, because if he move up to heavy, I don't know.
It depends.
I think he would be fine. I think he would still be okay, but the level of power that comes once you move up that next 10, 15 pounds, it's just a different thing.
Because I don't see him. I mean, if John Jones, what's he gonna do? Go up to 220 to fight heavyweight? You know what I mean? 225 maybe.
But he walks around. What did he say, Quan? The last time we were there, I think he said he walks around at like 230.
At 230, okay. So his way to be,
he wouldn't have to. He wouldn't really have to do anything. He could just bulk up and just.
And what is John Jones? 6'4", 6'6"? Oh, John Jones is tall.
Yeah,
he's like 6'6".
6'6" and under. I know
Okay.
he's not taller than that, but I know he's not.
Okay,
He's
so
taller
yeah,
than Israel.
I can see him being around like 225, and because I mean, I think that most of the heavyweights that he'll have to fight, especially if he wants a belt, they're going to be closer to 240, 250.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's
And-
6'4".
he's 6'4".
Okay, so yeah, so you're looking at, I mean, he would have to go in there with more speed. You know what I mean? That
He'd
would
have to be the
his
speed guy.
weapon.
That
Yeah,
would have to be
you
his
know?
main thing is the speed because he doesn't want to have
just
to be trying
that-
to take
yeah,
punishment at all.
Exactly. You know, and it's
All right, let's jump back
Yeah.
into this card before we
Yeah.
get into UFC 300.
should be a good card there too.
I'm almost positive.
Romero, I didn't think he looked too beefy. Cassandra seems to think he looked a little beefy today.
He's just a swole dude.
I just think that's how he is. He's kind of always been like that to me, where he's just shorter. His shoulders are on his ears, you know.
He
So
ain't got no neck.
No neck.
Yeah.
He's a beast with no
Yeah.
neck.
So I don't know. I
Straight
mean,
up.
he should make weight. He's been in too long not to make weight. Joanna, I can't ever say her last name. Say it, Josh.
No. I just always say Joanna because I was just happy I realized it was Joanna and not Joanna.
No, you actually told me Joanna once
I think I did.
when
And
when
then,
she
then,
was
I, then, I
interviewing
heard, then I heard, and so I was like, oh, yeah, Joanna. I was like,
Joanna.
Joanna. Got it. I'll make sure. Keep talking about it.
I was gonna try to pronounce it. I'm not going to.
No, I know
Yeah.
that they have the
But
pronunciation.
they had
thing.
her and Wheeling
Wheelie Zhang.
Zhang.
Yeah.
They had their face off. We're professional here, guys.
Doing our best.
They had their face off, and I didn't really see what was going on at first. All I hear is "Shut up!" So Whaley was yelling at Joanna, and Joanna was like really trying to fight her right then and there.
Whoa.
Okay.
It was getting a little tense up there.
Oh, I like it. It
It was nice because no one else really had any beef with each other. Everyone seemed too friendly for me, and I want if you're gonna fight somebody, I do not want you to like them for that whole 3 months. You know you're gonna fight them. I want you to talk junk. I want you to hate each other. If you want to like each other after the fight and show the respect, cool. But
Well,
I like it better personally
it makes for a
when they
better fight for
don't
you.
like each other.
Well, one thing I will say that I always commend UFC for. UFC, especially now going to all these, we've been to so many weigh-ins and all the pre-fight and stuff. They have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. Like they can turn it on and like put the intensity on for the weigh-in and that
For the
stuff.
pictures,
but then they
look at each
immediately
other
shake
and
hands. They pat each other on the back and they go their own way. When they don't like each other, they don't. But but for the most part, there's a lot of mutual respect. It's not
Yeah.
like boxing. Like boxing, it's always contentious and we always hate each other, even if it's
Yeah.
fake. You know what I'm saying? Like they just, I guess it's just unwritten rule of boxing. Whereas in the UFC, there's always a lot more mutual respect.
'Cause
I
I-
do like that
I think the difference is also in boxing, there's so much more.
promotion.
Well, there's a lot more promotion, but then just as a fighter standpoint, it's kind of a pride thing, because the makeup of boxing is you can be 20-0 undefeated, lose one fight, and then your career could possibly be over.
Yeah.
That's a thing in boxing. Like in MMA or UFC, you could be. I mean, number one, if you get to be 18-0, you're probably the greatest fighter ever, right? But then when you lose that first fight, your career is not really over. It's he's a jiu-jitsu master and he caught him in some sweeping leg chop or whatever. You know what I mean? Like got the kid in the figure four. What do you want him to do? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
there's so many different.
it's a
different ways
different-
to lose in
Yeah.
UFC.
Right,
than
yeah.
there is in
So
boxing.
it's a different thing in boxing. So I think in boxing, when you can stay on top and keep winning for so long, and kind of even the gyms are a lot different too, where you train and boxers spend most of their time.
Yeah.
Where that's kind of that mentality is bred, where it's like, no, you the best, you the champ. From the time you first put gloves on, people are
Yeah.
like, come on, champ, let's go.
Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate prize. Where UFC, it's like, yeah, you want to be the champ, but also great fighters are respected. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
it's these two guys might not be contenders for the belt yet, but look, they're out here. They're putting in the same work that everybody else is putting in. So there is a
Just
lot
a little
more.
different.
Yeah, just the way that it's that the fighters are bred, I think, is the reason for that.
All right, so who do you guys think is going to win this? Wei Ling Zhang is the champion. She beat Jessica Andrade in a stunner.
Like I think it was 42 seconds, I believe.
quick.
I want to say it was 42 seconds, and
Really
that was
quick.
in Shenzhen.
Yeah,
That was in Shenzhen.
which made some people a little skeptical. Like,
What?
Just they're doing UFC's doing a lot in other countries, and
Bro.
it seems like every person from that country is winning the fight. So it's good marketing that they're winning the fights,
Yeah.
but some people look at it like,
Well,
is that
I
can
will.
that be set up?
I
a
will
little
say.
bit?
Well, I will say in terms of that, because remember, Dana was talking about her during the summer with Contender Series, and he was like, "Man, this new girl, yada yada yada, she's really coming along." And listen, all the Corona jokes aside, everyone, any business wants to get their business into China. The NBA has made billions in China.
Well,
now,
that Corona stuff might affect.
yeah, well,
it's affecting
and
business
Dana
right now.
Dana actually was talking about that in terms of just all their upcoming, like, it's just something they have to monitor.
And she even moved her camp somewhere else.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. She moved it out. I think that was like a month or so
Yeah.
ago. When it first started to get a little bit bad, I want to say she moved to LA. I think she took it to LA.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where.
Yeah. But it's just good business. So, and then that was the first fighter that China had that could be a champion, and to give her a title fight in China, in Shenzhen, it was pretty good. It was a cool moment. But if
she actually went to Abu Dhabi after Thailand.
Yep. So, I mean, but we'll see. I mean, in terms of the fight, I will say Joanna, when we interviewed her after the Conor fight in January, she was really talking about basically when she lost her belt. Because remember, I can't remember if she's undefeated, but I know she's close. I don't know.
Who's that?
Joanna.
No, she's lost.
16-3.
Yeah, she's
Okay. But I mean, but she was undefeated for a long time, or
She
maybe
was,
only
and then
had
she's
one
lost
loss.
a few recent. Yeah.
And what she was saying was basically she had been going through a really bad breakup, and so it was affecting it. Like, so she would never bring it up, during camp or during fight stuff. But like basically,
that would make me win though.
No, like she was because she was
imagine it's
upset.
that dude.
She was upset about it, like in terms of her training. Like she would train hard, but like she was like, it was affecting me, and I didn't realize it until after how much it was affecting me. So
It's understandable.
I mean,
It's
so
real
we'll
life
see.
stuff.
Yeah.
Joanna
Real life stuff.
she was a beast. So I mean, who's to say if she's clear and she's ready?
And she's
don't
2
know.
inches taller, 2.5 inch reach. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but what I thought Andrade was gonna win that fight. So going from that and seeing her lose in 42 seconds,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard for me to say that Zhang's gonna lose.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good fight, though. I hope it lasts longer. I want to see a longer fight.
Yeah.
But I think it could be a really good fight. I think it could be the best fight of the night. So we will see. What other one did you want to mention
What's that?
in this card?
So Klose, Drakkar Klose, that's the guy that I want to say he fought. Can't remember if you saw him fight in Anaheim, but he might have been like his fight was in and around that time during the summer. But he's one of the guys that I've been talking to, basically pretty regularly since Contender Series. His wife, they have a child, but his wife also is in the UFC. And definitely while you're there over the course of the weekend, talk to him.
Yeah.
Get it, basically get in his ear, let him know about the show, because he knows about the show. Because remember, I think I was saying him and his wife, when they were in town in December, were actually supposed to come on.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
And I forgot about that. I wish you would have.
I didn't realize that he was on the card. I just saw that. I was like, oh man, I should have been there.
Yeah.
I would have went.
But yeah, we did do the post fight with him on 241, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
So.
yeah. He is fighting. Who's he fighting right now?
Benil Dariush.
Yeah.
That's as good as
That
I
one.
got.
I'm not even about to attempt.
Oh, come on, that wasn't too bad. Benil.
Nah, that's to me it was perfect.
I just gotta say it in the Bruce Buffer voice. You know what I mean? If I say it like that, it usually
Man,
Go ahead.
Has Bruce Buffer ever messed up a name?
No.
No,
These
he's
guys
a
are good,
pro.
man.
He's
God,
a pro.
These guys are good.
He's not.
He gets paid a lot to not mess up those
He's
things.
not. He's not DJ Khaled.
No.
Oh my goodness.
And the sports nistas making fun of you a little bit because she said Thailand and Abu Dhabi, but hey, Josh, it's kind of like LA.
No, she can't. Didn't she come here? I thought she came here.
No.
She went to Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Abu Dhabi.
Maybe last time I heard it was just still in discussion. I didn't see where the final destination was. I guess because I remember her saying that she was. Man, I could have gotten it wrong. My bad, Cassandra. I'm sorry. I do my best. Is what that's why we have.
It's
that's why we
okay
have
to get some things wrong once in a while.
We have stat checkers. Yeah, I mean, I got no problem saying I'm an idiot.
And we weren't even gonna do a show today, so this was kind of last minute that we're even doing the show. So
I'm excited.
I didn't even look up everything that I was gonna look up. But hey, our show's never organized, so why do it now?
That's right.
Why organize it now?
What do you expect?
We got a good thing going.
Well, it's all right. Organization might be better, but
we do our best.
It's not perfect, but neither is McDonald's, and they make a lot of money.
They do. Billions a year.
Yeah, we're not making a lot of money, so maybe being organized would help us make money.
Better. Maybe a little bit better.
Making a little bit.
Not saying
because we are sponsored by Precharge, so get your.
Come on, man. You can't just. You
Come on,
gotta
man.
at least
You should have the read
memorized.
memorized.
Something.
You should.
Nothing. You just.
I grabbed the hat. That should be the.
Yeah, like I saw it and I was like, he's about to do it. So
Unnamed Sports Show powered by Precharge. Shout out to our sponsor. Also sponsored by. Nobody else yet. We have one. I have headphones in my pocket, but they haven't finished everything. So if you don't finish, we don't. We don't speak.
We don't want to push your stuff if you're not ready. You know what I mean?
If you're not ready.
Yeah. If you're not ready, it's not doing you any justice to actually push it.
Yeah. Or if you haven't deposited.
Stop.
Listen, everyone knows we don't sponsor for free.
Today's episode of the Unnamed Sports Show is sponsored by our friends at Precharge. Go set up your new wallet today at precharge.global and be a part of the new age in cryptocurrency. Precharge, the new way to pay. And remember, with the wallets, Steve has now got a wallet. Quan has a wallet. I obviously have a wallet. With the wallets, basically remember it's like stocks. So you're getting in at a very, very good rate. Your $1 that you put in today essentially could be worth $50 in a few months. We never know. So it's another form of investments, and definitely give it a look. Go to precharge.global and see what you can find.
And I think on the site it even shows you like the worth compared to
other.
And so it's the site's very active as far as showing you what's actually going on, so you're not just kind of blinded by what it might be, or I don't know what it is. It's informative. So I did like that about the website, after I signed up and everything.
There it is. We're getting there.
Yeah, and that's real.
Let's play some basketball!
All right, we're going to jump into the NBA. We need a better drop.
No, I still, that's still a good drop. Let's play some basketball. That's still good.
We're going to jump into the NBA, and we're going to talk about the New York Knicks. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way first, all right?
Ooh.
The Knicks had their lowest attendance
since 2006.
Since 2006. Spike Lee wasn't there.
He's not there every night. You're about to get into something else, but he's not there every night. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
But he announced that he's not going to be there for the rest of the season.
Oh, didn't see that.
Yeah.
You've been gone. Okay, so we do got to catch you up to speed.
Oh, well, no, I kind of was like catching little bits and pieces, and I saw the back and forth.
Something happened with him in the Garden, and he went through the wrong entrance. Security was sweating him for it. Whatever. It's the entrance that he goes through all the time, he said.
Yeah.
But they changed the policy.
Okay.
Whatever. But he's been going for 30 years.
Yeah.
He's had season tickets for 30 years. He spent over $12 million.
Yeah, easily.
On season tickets.
Easily.
For the New York Knicks. Yeah. He's been a loyal fan when they haven't been a loyal team. And that says a lot about a fan.
Spike Lee, remember, should own more of the Knicks than Jay-Z ever owned of the Brooklyn Nets. Jay-Z owned $250,000 and was considered an owner. Spike Lee has spent $12 million in season tickets. Let's put that in perspective.
Spike Lee should own more of the Knicks than probably the Knicks owner. I don't know about that.
I mean, shoot. in terms of
I'm
face
saying,
and
yeah,
you know
face
actually doing
value
positivity
and,
for the brand, I wouldn't say
positive
anything,
marketing. I mean, come on.
But in terms
he
of actually
lost
owning
them a series too, though.
a couple.
Let's not act like he's just been an angel in New York.
No.
But the New York fan base, even though they are crazy sometimes, they've been loyal. Even when the team's not good,
Yeah.
they're still packing
still-
out the
they're
arena.
still
They're
there.
still packing out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
People want to go there. If I was in New York during a Knicks game, I would want to go
Yeah.
to see Madison Square Garden. It's still a hot spot to go to.
Beautiful. The renovation is beautiful.
But he went on ESPN's First Take the next morning and talked about it and let them know, I'm not going back for the rest of the year. They asked him, is he done with his season tickets for life? He said, no, I'll be back next year. But
I'm gonna sell the tickets for the rest
I'm
of the
done.
season.
For the rest of the season, I'm done. Like, I'm done. And Spike can be a little dramatic sometimes, though.
He can.
We heard one side of the story, so I'm not going all off everything Spike Lee said.
He isn't always the most perfect messenger. I will say that.
Yeah. So, you know what? Maybe he just didn't like something, and maybe he should have, just accepted it and moved on. Maybe he made a bigger deal out of it than he had to.
Is there a butt coming?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I was
I'm not sure.
like kind of.
I'm
Well,
not
it
sure.
sounded like he was about to.
I'll say this. Spike Lee, he is not only a fan, but he's someone that even when Jerome was there, when Jerome played on the Knicks, or after when we've kind of just gone and done things, Spike doesn't need credentials. Spike doesn't need any kind of special pat down. Like, he's in the locker room. He can come in the locker room, go as he pleases, doesn't have any issue. So the fact that he was stopped or anything, like, I'll put it to you like this. Okay, so I can't remember if you've been around me like during events or things like that. Like, I don't really like credentials because I don't know, I'm bougie, and so I didn't been in these spots a little too long, and so like when you get stopped, it's like, bro, I didn't pass you 5 times. Like, don't stop me. It's almost it's
I know
it's kind of
exactly.
an arrogant thing. I have to work on it, but
Yeah,
like
you do.
it's one of those things where it's like you don't like
Stop
to be
being a
stopped.
jerk.
So I know you're doing your job, but you also know I'm not that guy.
Exactly,
So don't I'm
yeah.
not doing anything negative. So Spike Lee, what you were saying in terms of letting it go, he's Spike Lee. So imagine how I feel, and then compound that with I didn't win Oscars, and
Especially
I'm
if
Spike
you've been
Lee.
there. You've been there 30 years. So
Yeah.
security guards know who you are.
Yeah,
think
Everybody
that's
knows
the-
who you
yeah.
are if you're Spike Lee.
yeah. So that little secondary pause,
Yeah.
it probably did become much bigger than it should have been, but at the same time, it probably shouldn't have
I'm
been a
Spike
secondary
Lee.
pause.
I'm Spike
So,
Lee, and I've paid
Yeah.
$12 million
Yeah.
to be here.
Yeah,
So
for real.
at the same time, if I paid $12 million to be somewhere for the last 30 years, treat me a little bit better. And you know what? I will
Put some
get up. I
respect
will
on my
walk
name.
wherever I want in that arena.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
without a hand to slow me down.
If I want to walk in the kitchen
Yeah.
and make my own hot dog and not pay for it, guess what?
yeah.
You're good.
And that's how it seems. It's usually like a new security guard or somebody who didn't know or somebody who just don't respect the fact
Somebody
that
that's 12 that
he's
doesn't know who Spike Lee
yeah,
is.
Yeah, right. So you get that, and I always feel like you always hear these things like the day after, and you think, man, he could have just put him to the side or been like, you know what, Spike, next time, or have like your supervisor or the boss come down talk to Spike Lee later.
Yeah.
Give him a. I'm sure somebody got a cell number.
Yeah.
Call him. Hey, Spike. I know you've been coming through the same door for 30 years. You can't anymore. You know, we got to reroute you to this other side, whatever. And he probably would have been cool with it.
Yeah.
But like you said,
Maybe not,
It's-
because I think they did do that. And
did they?
I just think it's the point that when you're that big of a star, if you get
Yes.
scolded
Yeah.
any time, you feel embarrassed and you feel like, yo, you shouldn't be talking to me like that.
Yeah.
No,
you
for
know
sure.
who I am? That's
No,
that's always the
100
go-to. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I feel like that's there. And if they took all those steps and he did do that, which is still possible.
Still-
you know what I
still
mean? It's
prerogative.
like, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sucks and it's silly because there are some times where Spike Lee has picked some arguments with people and it's kind of like, come on, Spike, really?
that one.
Yeah, like really? This is the hill we dying on
But-
today? You know?
But this is also
Like,
James
you know what I
Dolan. This
mean?
is
So-
the same James Dolan that kicked
That's exactly what I was
Charles
about to bring
Oakley
up.
out. And Oakley
Right.
even spoke up on this and said, and he wants the NBA to get involved in what's going on in New York because it looks like a mess.
Yeah.
And is Spike Lee doing this to create more of a mess? That's kind of how I feel it could be, to create more of a mess so the the NBA does maybe step in a little bit more because
Steph-
James Dolan's not selling the team. So for the people that keep asking him to sell the team, he owns the Garden. He owns the network. He owns MSG.
He owns Cablevision.
He owns. I heard he owned the Forum in L.A. that he's selling the Bomber. He owns MSG Sphere out here that's being built.
Wow.
Yeah.
He owns a lot of stuff.
He will remember he owns.
Guess what? He's not going to do? Sell any of it. You know why? It's worth a lot.
Yeah.
And he loves it, even if he's not treating it right and doing the right things and handling business the right way. He's not selling it, so that's not an option. And the only way you're going to get the NBA to force him to sell it is to record him saying some racial stuff. So
Pretty much.
It'll happen quickly then.
just get a hot Asian girl in his.
Let's go, Spike.
She'll
Get the
record
rap
everything.
taps up, baby.
She wasn't Asian. She was
What was that girl?
Blackanese.
Black and
A little bit of both.
Oh, okay.
But
She looked like she used
she
to.
she. Ooh, come on.
She definitely did.
You leave
She might have
B.
been.
Steviano alone.
She might have been.
But no, I mean,
B? Could be Victor. Could be Victoria.
Wow.
it's
Go ahead.
And I'm the
Anyway,
one who gets taxed with all the Asian hate.
see,
Like, see?
Not Asian.
But good job. That was a good job. But you know, my thing on James Dolan is this. Because remember, he's not an older owner. He's older. I think he's under 60. He's like 50-ish, I feel like. And he's one of those guys that like it's something that he owns. And so it's something
James
that
Dolan,
he gets
64.
Okay, he's older than I thought. Well, he's out here still playing his bad music, and
He looks younger.
But he does
He does
look pretty good for his age.
Yeah, he's a millionaire. So
Well, no, that don't mean nothing.
Nah.
Donald
Well-
Sterling was a billionaire. He looked like the crypt keeper.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a millionaire that got it handed to him though.
Yeah,
So
from his dad.
there's a difference.
Yeah, and so but I mean, I say all that to say he's the type of owner where the prestige of owning the team far
Yeah.
outweighs because if he sells, he's going to make a super profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like because I don't know what he bought the Knicks for, but I know he's about to come up if he decided to sell them. So it's not necessarily so much of how much he's going to make off of the deal.
The
It's
value for him is owning.
losing the prestige of,
right.
oh, I'm the owner of the Knicks and I can walk around and have these women with me all the time and all that kind of stuff. He loses some of
And
that.
so why
mystique.
sell it?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't
Exactly.
either.
Right.
Exactly.
I wouldn't either.
So, and you're making money.
And you
The
know
Knicks-
what? He has recently. I mean, they just got new president, a new GM.
Yeah.
So they're in the right place, and they got people in there that I think if he lets them do their job, that they can. And
Stop bringing in incompetent
Knicks have
people.
been bad for a long time, but at the same time, in sports, a 1 year turnaround could happen anytime with any team.
Yeah.
If you bring the right players in and the right coaches in,
Get lucky.
and they just play right. I mean, Lakers were horrible for 6 years. They're the best team in the West right now.
Yeah.
49ers in football, 4 wins 2 seasons ago. Last season,
Super Bowl.
So in sports, you always have that hope.
Yeah.
But then you have an owner like this that always keeps that hope alive every offseason, but doesn't really do anything to make that team any good. So then the fans are just like every year. But like I said, man, they could turn around any time.
And I mean, back to your point, as much as we're making about them not having, a sellout crowd or not having a capacity crowd, they still had 16,000 plus in the house.
Yeah.
It seats 19,000.
Yeah.
That's still a great night.
Yeah.
Like if you show if we go show clips of that game right now, you would not be like, oh, the Garden is naked. Like like there are teams that would kill for 16,000 right now.
Yeah.
Probably the Hornets.
And that's
like,
the and how do you tell the owner of that establishment
that you're doing something wrong?
You're doing exactly.
I
you
just
see what I'm
had
saying?
16,000 here last night. Like
what do
we
you
still
mean?
made
You know what I'm
millions
saying?
last night.
Exactly.
Like it's a tough sell. That's still a tough sell. So
right.
And we've talked about it before on the show. There's sports owners that want to win, and then there's sports owners that are just cool with
being profitable,
making their money.
Exactly.
Profitable.
And we've seen that with the Golden Knights. Like they've been getting rid of some people that people like, coaches and all that, because they want to win.
Yeah.
And they're being profitable too, but winning is something they want to do. And that's when you can tell if you have a good owner or not, is if they do want to win as a fan. Well, as a fan, if you're going to invest all that time and money into wanting liking a team and following a team, you want to make sure that owner is really trying to, create a winner instead of just something that keeps you all satisfied.
And George McPhee, the GM, former Capitals GM that drafted Ovechkin and everybody that's on the Capitals for the most part right now. He's a great GM.
He's
great
actually
GM.
the president now.
Yeah, that's right. Because he got elevated before the season. That's right.
Yeah.
But he's
still calling the shots.
He's still the GM. He's still the GM. He's just the GM getting more money, and now
he's not the GM on the mic anymore.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be seen.
Yeah. But he's still upstairs. He's still calling the shot.
I think that's for most sports. If your team is winning, they're going to be making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of the thing. If you win, you make money because people are going to come see a winning team.
That's right.
But then you have a handful of teams, and most of them are just big market teams. L.A., New York, kind of maybe Miami, I guess. But maybe not Miami.
I'll let you continue first before I jump in on my.
But it's just one of those things where they don't necessarily have to win.
Yeah.
Like the Clippers were losers forever. And some kind of way, they just kept growing and growing value to the point that when the owner had to sell, he sold.
$3 billion?
Yeah, he made a ton of money.
And he only I think, spent $20 million, $30 million to buy the team.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you want to see a team win, and it's just like the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are close enough almost every season to keep their diehard fans. Right.
Interested.
They always have a player that's going to sell a whole bunch of jerseys.
Yep.
Right. And then the owner does just enough so he can stay just enough in the news to where he's, you know what I mean?
Where the team never ever is asleep.
Exactly.
You never feel like they're very far out of the cycle.
Exactly. They're right there.
They're always either their story just died off. Well, here come the new one.
Exactly. You know, and
some owners are owners of businesses, and they think they could just buy an NBA team and run it the same way and be successful. They don't realize that sports business is a totally different business. And so what happens is they don't really care about the sport. They own the team for a few years until they realize it fails, and then they sell it because they didn't really care to make the basketball better. They just cared about the business side. And, that's the owners that get in there and don't bring the right people in.
But to your point, Steve, in terms of the big markets, that's why they have the luxury tax. Because some owners are willing to be in a big market or spend and just be like, what the limit is the sky, because I'm willing to spend to win.
Right.
And you have to. At some point, especially when you start winning, like the Golden State Warriors, they would have kept spending that money because they were winning. Right. So even though it's a punitive luxury tax and we're starting to get taxed on top of being taxed, it's still worth it because we're selling all these extra jerseys.
Right.
We just got a new arena. Like all this extra money that's coming in, that's what frustrates me so much about the Cubs. The Cubs out here acting like we're the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I'm like, bro, we the Cubs. Like, spend whatever it takes to win. Like, why every year we with our bullpen's trash? And sorry, I got off topic.
That's okay.
Before I got my Cubs jersey on, so you know what I mean. But
I was laughing so
got
hard
on
in my
a sport
soul.
that hasn't even started. Got 6 more months before baseball starts.
Training.
That's not starting.
Spring training. It started.
It's boring.
It started. I think we.
You know what's more boring than baseball, Steve?
What?
Spring training baseball.
No, you want to know what's more boring than baseball? Cricket.
No.
I don't know.
What? Go ahead and watch a 5-day event. Have we won
that's
yet?
The thing. I've watched like an hour of cricket and I was entertained.
And then you realize that it kept going.
All right. I'm not getting on that.
What? That's good stuff.
No, it's not.
It's not good stuff.
No, we're not talking about cricket.
Oh my God.
Anyways, back to the NBA, like we were talking about. Tonight is the night. The great light hype comes back. Steph Curry makes his return.
He did not just call his
He
man
did call
the
him the
great
great
light
light
hype.
The great light hype.
I'm through with everything about your life.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
who the heck is the great light hype?
The great light hype is coming back. The light skin of the light skins.
That man he ain't got no hype. That is all truth.
Listen, he comes back tonight. Do you guys think he should be coming back this season at all? He broke his hand.
Yeah.
Clay's out for the year. So, the Golden State Warriors have the worst record in the NBA.
And they're going to get wins now.
And they're going to get a few wins, which we are in a year where we've said it the last few weeks. The first pick isn't a huge deal, I would say, because this is one of those drafts like the fifth pick might end up being the best player in the draft.
Sure.
So we don't really have a clear-cut Zion in this draft. Did he come back? Is he coming back too soon? Is this a mistake? Or do you think that this is actually good for him and Wiggins to play together for a little
exactly
bit?
What I was gonna. Good job. You just jumped right in.
It took your answer?
Yeah, you did. But it's all right. I mean, look. This is my thing. They've lost enough games now that even if they go on a 20-0 sprint to end the season, they're still going to be a lottery team.
It's not about winning.
But what it is, I mean, because like I said, they're going to get wins now with Steph. You have Steph, you have Draymond, and you have Draymond, and you have
And Draymond's been in and out. I mean, he's kind of.
But now he might play more because now it's like we've lost enough. Draymond's the only soldier that Dagon was able to actually be out there and take some of them L's. Like everybody that was, Draymond's out here getting thrown out of games because he's losing his mind.
He didn't want to be in that game.
He don't want to be here right now.
Didn't he say he was like the greatest defender of all time or something?
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
you made your post.
I sure did. I'll make another one.
Listen, the greatest defender of all time. If you got Agent such and such and Captain Sanders over here that's not guarding nobody, I don't care what you do.
Hey, I'm just saying, you make that bed, you sleep in it.
I'm getting
Golden
scissored
State
in the
is
back.
14-48.
Yeah.
So that puts them at 20 more games. And let's say they win half of those games.
They win 10.
What is
24?
How does that look? First of all, for Steph, how important? We already know how important he is, but that just shows like, okay, these dudes aren't done. And going into next year, I think that's a good momentum builder for. Yeah. Listen, we had the worst record, but we won at least 50% of our games at the end of the season.
Yeah.
We went in, let's say we go in with a 3-game winning streak into next year.
Yeah.
That feels good, for the squad, for the fan base. And let's face it, they got a new arena.
Yep.
So with Steph playing even, 10 more games at home, I'm not sure how many more home games they have.
What the rate.
They are at 31, so they have 10 more, 10 and 10.
Yeah. Yeah,
they have 10 more home games. So, gonna keep those seats filled.
I think, look, as far as the Wiggins comparison, it's perfect because you actually see in terms of a front office, you see what you could have with Andrew Wiggins. Yeah. Because if Andrew Wiggins is out there and he's getting 22, and you're saying we about to add Clay back to this, and we know Clay
and Steph probably won't play all 20 games either. He'll probably get 12 to 15 of those.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he'll play back-to-backs, and I doubt he'll play like the last couple games of the season.
I feel like it's one of those things where it should be, look, is his hand healed? If the answer is yes,
then he
should be out there playing.
Yeah, I don't because it's not like a minutes restriction like I broke something on my legs or I'm like I had surgery and I'm hurt.
Right.
I think because he's been healed. He's been healed for a while.
That boy go to church.
Yeah,
look,
he's been healed.
I always feel like if these players are healthy, they should be playing.
Yeah.
If I bought season tickets to see Steph play and in game 5 or 6 or whatever it was, he broke his hand. Well, at the end of the season, I still got season tickets. I want to see Steph play. That's what I paid for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that.
He owed me 10 games.
Exactly. He owed me 10 home games right now. You know what I'm saying?
But if you look on the back of the ticket, it'll show you that no, he doesn't owe you anything.
And of course, but still, it's just as a fan of basketball,
subject to change.
I want to see the players play. I grew up in an era where players played
every game.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the basketball I want to see.
Jordan, every game.
And
what did Phil Jackson do?
Not every player played every game.
What did Phil Jackson do? And it's what the Lakers have been doing this year more. You let them play. If you're a good team, you blow that team out by the third. You sit the fourth.
Right.
That's how you get rest. That's how the guys rested before.
But and here's the thing too. It's not like Steph has to go out there and put on a playoff performance.
We didn't have social media back then. The games were barely on TV back then. Players rested. Kareem took a lot of games off those last few years.
Kareem did. Yeah, Jordan was 82 of 82.
That's fine. I'm not talking about just Jordan. There's a lot of players right now that will play 82 games. I'm talking about overall. This is not like this is the first time in sports that players have rested.
I'm not
saying
even
in the NBA. This happened in the 80s. Players still rested in the 80s. It just wasn't as pronounced as it is right now.
I'm just saying. If Steph's on the team and his hand ain't broke, he should be playing.
He should be playing.
And he should play every game unless he physically can't play the game.
Yeah.
Meaning he's hurt.
Is he in shape?
Yeah.
If he's in shape, let him play.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
The hand's not gonna he's not
Because
gonna re-injure.
it's not like he's gonna go out there and give a whole 100% anyway when they have no shot at making the playoffs.
Yeah, what
or
am I
anything,
playing for?
Right, exactly. So let the man play, and if he wants to sit out the fourth quarter, fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's a game. You the best player on the team. Steph, start.
Yeah, and
You know what I
you're
mean?
the
That's what
captain.
should be
You're the
happening.
captain of the team.
Right.
See what you have in Wiggins. I think like I said before, if they gel well and he looks like Harrison Barnes on steroids, you don't know what this team could be, because Clay still can shoot, and that's not leaving. Clay was never uber athletic, so
Yeah,
it's
he'll
not
be
like
fine.
you know what I mean. It's not like you're like, oh, Clay's not gonna come back and be the same.
Yeah.
As long as we set and pin down screens,
Right.
and he's coming off this screen, he's still going to hit threes.
Can he still shoot? Yeah, put him out there.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited. Thank you for telling me that.
No,
the-
they could easily be, next year a top 4 team in the West. That's not even a question. And I think every team in the West knows that, and that's
Where do you think they would be if they're all healthy, if they're all guns blazing, and they're back to being the Warriors, or at least the 4, the 4 that they have that would be the high level players? What do you think they are?
next year.
Yeah,
I said top 4 in the West.
just top 4, huh?
Just top 4. There's nowhere else to go. That's the top 4.
No, like, okay. Oh, well, here I'll rephrase. Because you're Quan. Do you think that they have?
Because I'm Quan.
Yes. Do you
Because I'm
think?
Quan. Because I don't know anything.
No,
Here we go.
I didn't mean
Here
it.
we go,
in
the
that.
basketball
Oh,
expert. Here we go with the basketball expert.
No. That wasn't how I meant it. I meant it in terms of, I know that you will not give me my answer that I really want. You're gonna.
I gave you the answer that I think they're going to be top 4. I'm not sure
So I'm
where in the top 4 they're going to be.
Like I
You
said,
be top 4.
I'll rephrase and I'll ask again.
Top 4.
Do you think that they actually could be a championship contending team if they come back and everyone is healthy?
Yeah, because top 4 is contending.
Nah, not really in the West.
Yeah.
Who-
Houston Rockets have a chance to win the championship this year.
All right, fair.
Top 4.
Do the Nuggets have a chance to win the championship?
They do.
No. Go ahead.
They went to the Western Conference Finals, or the Western semifinals last year. Game 7.
Still
That's a good team.
It's a good team.
It's a good team. They have a chance.
Well-
In
Well,
the NBA, the Portland Trailblazers got
No.
hot last year at the right time
Fair.
and made it to the Western Conference
No,
Finals.
and what I was gonna say is none of us thought the Raptors are gonna win. So in today's league, you're very right. Everyone
Yeah.
does have a chance.
and we're at a place where there's a lot of good teams right now,
yeah.
and there's no
There's no
dynasty teams,
pre-
which I think it's at a really good place. That's why it's hard to say, are they going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4? How will they compete with the Lakers? Will LeBron be healthy next year still? If
he
if
is
he's
right
playing
now.
like this
Yeah.
next year too, then no, they're not going to be better than the Lakers. They'll be right up there with them.
Listen, I'll say this: they have I think all 4 are under contract. I think Andrew Wiggins just signed that big deal, so they have every person on their team is under contract.
But we don't know how Wiggins is going to work out. That's a big.
But that's what I'm saying in
Yeah.
terms of if he is Harrison Barnes on steroids, and you have a very athletic, defensive-minded version of Harrison Barnes. I don't know. I mean, look, my thing is, the West and the entire league is still very open. The league is very much duos. It's not a league full of super teams. So this was a super team.
But we got to
Yeah.
ask: would this team have done what they did if Kevin Durant wasn't there? Would they have still been the 2016 team that if Draymond didn't get suspended, would have won back-to-back titles? Without Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant comes in and makes them on a whole nother level.
True.
So would this have been somewhere
They might have fallen off 2-3 years
they
ago.
fell off a little bit,
Yeah.
and there's other teams that got better that were able to take them out because
They
now you
fell
didn't
off a
have
little bit.
every single weapon. Where Kevin Durant was the best player in the league at the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair point as well. One other thing we have to think about is they could mess around and get the number 1 pick. And if I know this is a weak draft,
Which
but
would have to
they
be a
could still-
trade.
They could.
They would have to trade it if they want that to do anything for their current team, though.
I don't know. They haven't. Well,
Who's going to come in and make an impact in Golden State
But
from this college class right now?
But they haven't had a young impact player in 10 years.
And I
do they
think-
want to build on a young guy?
I think-
I'm saying to win the championship next year. What's what's a 19-year-old going to do to come into Golden State and even get the minutes
Well,
to play with all of them?
I'll tell you, just in terms of when they were winning, they were doing a really good job of drafting. The kid out of UNLV, McCaw. McCaw did well. He came in off the street and became a good role player. They do a really good job. They have a good infrastructure. They still have a good locker room to help bring a young talent along. And if you have a young, like a blue chip young talent, if you're just like, hey, bro, like okay, I'll put it to you like this. Think about Kawhi with the Spurs. Kawhi essentially kept the Spurs afloat because he came in, he didn't have to do too much. They were like, you are a great defender and you'll just run the floor and play defense. And he continued every year. He put another element to his game. Then he could start to shoot a little bit. It was like, because remember, Kawhi couldn't shoot when he first came out. And then it was like, okay, now he can shoot a little bit better. He's still not great, but he's getting better.
Mid-range
and
game
then,
on point,
yeah,
though.
I mean, and now, but like back then, he couldn't shoot. And it was like, oh, Kawhi added a little jump shot. And every year he added a little bit. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom. Oh, shoot. No, give Kawhi the ball. You know what I mean? Like, and that kept that team going. So for Golden State, the reason I say if they mess around and get a number 1 pick, top 4 pick, and they draft somebody, as Steph and Clay, they start to fade out, this kid could be the next guy that Steph basically hands the keys to right on the team.
But I think
now,
you also
what I'm
have
saying,
to...
what I'm saying with that is I think in this draft, if there was a Zion or a Ja Morant, something like that, I think they take that. I think in this draft, with it being so iffy, I think that pick is more valuable to this team help them as a trade to help them get other pieces to help them continue to win and compete for the championship.
And I agree with that. Here's why. We basically, this whole season, even though they sucked, their whole bench has been getting minutes.
Whole season.
Yeah.
The whole season. So you're looking at a team where players who normally would only play 2-3 games out of a season, they've been running the floor the whole game.
They've been getting 30 minutes.
Right, been getting 30 minutes. And I don't know how great that will be, but if you look at the Warrior team's past, the things that made them great was their bench.
Yes.
Although those players weren't as young as these players, that still is a big uptick for Golden State right now.
Next season,
right?
Yeah.
Because none of these players that are playing right now are going to be the guy that puts you over the hump to get you deep into the playoffs or close into win a championship game. But you bring back Clay, Steph, and then you have Draymond out there, and if he starts playing the way he used to play, right, and then just say Wiggins works out, that's 4 players right there, and now you have a bench that's used to playing.
That's 4 all-stars.
You see what I'm saying? Right, you got 4 all-stars.
Has Wiggins made an all-star? I feel like no. He's been close, but he's been conversation.
You got your top 3 guys who have won a championship together. On that team. And now you have bench players who know the coach. They know those players. They practice with them.
And like I said, Wiggins is a better version of Harrison Barnes. So he's a good player. So I think he works on this squad. Yeah,
you don't need a whole lot. You know what I mean, for them to get back to where to get back to where they used to be.
I'm just saying. Young players, if you can get a great young, like not necessarily great, but just he's the top of this class.
They definitely need something.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. So like, just I don't know what that person is. I don't know if it's another wing, or if it's a big. I don't know if I'd say go big just because the way the game is, and they already didn't really do a whole lot of big.
Still have some good big men in there.
What, in the league or on their team?
No, on Golden State.
Yeah. No, and I'm blanking on the
Looney.
Well, Looney, and then who's the other one that they have right now that's playing pretty well? It's
got Marquise Chris. They got Pascal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that
Pascal.
might be the big that they kind of run behind, and and then Looney kind of just trade off, and they just go get another high level wing.
Yeah. Maybe
he's a Kobe 6-man coming off the bench as a rookie. And you're just a hired gun off the bench, and you're a young guy.
Yeah,
man, that's not. Look, I'm just saying, not a bad thought.
Yeah, we will see how that works out. Andrew Wiggins is already 25 years old.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think about.
Been in the league a minute now.
So he is who he's gonna be. He's averaging 22 this year. So he's doing good. 22, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. If he can give you 20 a game. On this squad, that'd be really good. Even if he's getting 17. a game on this squad. I think that's
17
really
is-
good.
Well, here, just in Quan, you know how I get with the just add up the points. If you're saying Steph's gonna still be averaging about 25,
25, yeah.
if he goes and gives you 20, you're at 45.
Clay will give you
is always
23.
gonna give you 20.
Yeah.
You're already up to 65 points
Yeah.
off of those 3 players. Now, if you say Draymond gets another
10,
12,
yeah.
like 12, somewhere in there. That's just on your starters. If your
Right,
starters
right.
are giving you 80 to 90
Yeah,
points a
you're doing good.
game,
Yeah. You are.
you're doing great.
You get
Like,
30 from the bench.
yeah,
Doing good.
that's 120 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, just
that's
at,
about
like,
what they've been doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
if
that's
you
about what
if you
they-
can pull that up, and then the defense is going to get better, obviously.
And I'll like it a lot because I have not seen my friends that are Golden State Warriors fans for a year.
At all. They've
And I
been
just
real
can't
quiet.
wait to see them again. So I want
Oh.
them to be good again.
Ooh, they gonna be back out. I promise you
because
that.
and it's just going to make for a fun year, especially if Brooklyn is any good with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. We'll see how that works out. But if everyone comes back healthy next year, you're just adding so many more players and
Man.
teams to this league
Yeah,
that's
that's
already
true.
doing good.
Do you?
So-
So, is it bad that I quietly want Brooklyn to be bad next year? Like,
don't
I
think
want
they
them.
would- I don't
I
think
want
they'll
them to
be
be
bad.
not bad, but like frustratingly bad. Like 35 wins.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
Like, where it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
No, they're not
dang,
gonna be-
KD.
they're not-
Like
no,
they- like
not-
they-
Kevin Durant won't do
They
that.
blow people out, but they lose a lot of games.
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah,
Durant
yeah.
won't do that.
Like where they like, you know what I mean? Just to kind of.
If it was just Kyrie, I would say maybe, but with
I mean, Kevin Durant in the East
Kevin
by
Durant,
himself
yeah, he could win 40
could
games.
still
alone.
win 25 by himself.
They're only 20. First of all, 35 wins would actually put them 6th in the East. 5th and 6th right now are 37 wins.
Okay, well that's still a good season.
So
Oh, wow.
Brooklyn is at 27 wins, and they're 7th in the East. So
and then 20 more games.
so
like
there's
15,
there's
20 more
two
games.
there's 2 teams that are going to make the playoffs in the East under 500,
Okay,
like way under 500.
Wow.
that's really bad.
Yeah.
But the top
so-
of the East is
but
still really good.
Brooklyn will definitely fly up to at least 4 or 5 also with Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
which if it works out, they're going to be, top
Still
2,
a very
3.
tough out.
Yeah.
Either way, even if they are 4,
Kevin
5, or
Durant was the
6.
best player in the league when he went out. We could talk about the MVP with Giannis, the Finals MVP with Kawhi.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant, because he was playing with everyone else, wasn't getting those MVPs.
that's right.
But it was still his league at the time.
Yeah. And
So-
he look in those videos. He looks good. He looks normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
And that-
looks good in those videos.
Well,
So,
no,
man, I'm
but
just-
but your shot. If you're because he always could shoot.
He's never
So-
had to jump that high anyways. Those
yeah.
little brittle legs were not doing a lot for him anyways. So
Yeah.
Hey, no,
that's why I think he'll be fine.
he was explosive now.
He'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be Kevin Durant coming back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I can make you look like an NBA player in the gym
No.
on the video, bro. Like,
No.
I mean, it's just those videos don't move me. I'm just.
No.
I've seen players post those videos like, oh yeah, Melo's coming back, blah, blah, blah. And then what?
Hoodie Mellow.
Yeah. We getting Hoodie Melo back, and where's he at? Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, he's back in the
Like,
league.
He finally.
He's back in the league, but at the time those videos were coming out, he went
Yeah.
to Houston and then
Hoodie Mellow
yeah,
was
disappeared,
a
yeah.
big deal. Like it was like,
Yeah.
man, he needed
Hoodie
to be able to
Melo
play,
didn't come back.
play with a hoodie.
Yeah, Melo came back, not Hoodie Melo.
Did Deion Waiters get signed to the Lakers?
Yep.
All right, somebody just posted on the video, and it was saying
Oh,
breaking
talking
news:
about it.
Deion Waiters to the Lakers.
Yeah, Waiters went to the Lakers. I think that adds to their depth, depending on how many edibles he's taken in the airplane.
Hey,
But I mean, he's only played 3 games this year with Miami.
Yeah.
Averaged 9 points. But at the same time, this is a guy, if he could figure out his role on a team and not think that he needs to be one of the best players on the team, he could be a huge benefit to the Lakers. If he won't know his role or doesn't know his role, it could be a disaster for him. It wouldn't be a disaster for the team because all they would do is be like, okay, we'll play you where Troy Daniels played on the end of the bench. It's not going to affect us at all. But if you could be a benefit,
What's
and
your position? Left
and you
bench?
you can come in, and actually give us those points off the bench,
Yeah.
and get 12 a game, and get he's a hot shooter. So
Yeah.
you bring him in, hit some quick shots, let LeBron and AD rest a little bit longer. It could be a good thing, but
Do you-
it's one of those things that's either going to be
Great or bad?
Well, it's great for the Lakers if it works. It doesn't matter if it
Doesn't
doesn't.
hurt either way.
It doesn't hurt the Lakers if it doesn't.
That's true. My question to you is: do you think that now he's on a team with a known great player?
Yeah.
Because Dwayne Wade, when
was
when
older.
Dwayne Wade came back to Miami and they're on the same team, it's like, man, get out of here. You ain't nobody. But he's on a team now with Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Obviously, I can't bypass these two people. Even if I want to bypass a whole rack of other people on the team, these two I cannot.
And
So
what's his respect level for LeBron too?
Yeah.
Does he look up to him like, yo, you are the man?
Well, remember LeBron also got him traded in Cleveland.
I thought he got traded before LeBron came back.
But wasn't that also
No,
I feel like that was the
Kyrie's
same.
rookie year. They were playing together. I'm pretty sure it was Kyrie and Deion Waiters were.
I know they were teammates, and then I thought that LeBron, when LeBron was coming back, that was one of the moves that was made. But give me a second. I'll fill this time with some just me talking. Steve, how's it going? Steve, you doing all right over there?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm all right.
The
All right.
kids doing good.
That sounded really weird. Right?
Kids are good.
That's good.
Yeah,
Quan, any
really
kids coming?
weird. Really weird.
Any kids coming, Quan?
We'll see.
He's like,
Oh,
Weird.
oh.
The Lakers play the Bucks tomorrow.
No. Deion Waiters was on the Cavs. He was on the Cavs and then left the Cavs.
He was on the Cavs with LeBron?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What year?
He was on the Cavs up until 14-15. And then got traded
Yeah,
to
LeBron wasn't
Oklahoma
there.
City. Yeah, he was.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought LeBron came back in 14.
he was there for 2014 and 15. And he got traded to Oklahoma City.
Oh, during?
Yeah. He was in Cleveland
Okay.
for 33 games. He started 3. And then he got traded to Oklahoma City and played 47.
Yeah, I don't even
for
remember him
Oklahoma City.
being there with LeBron.
Well, he only started 3 games, so
Yeah, but
Well, he played 33.
But my point was that he has played with LeBron, and LeBron essentially got him moved out.
He's only 28. So the fact is, with a player like this who's been through a lot of teams,
I had a joke for that. He's 28 with a stroke.
he's been through a lot of teams. It's at that point where you might not be in the league if you don't make this work.
Yeah,
Same thing Dwight Howard was in this year. Luckily being assigned to the Lakers. If Cousins never went out, we might not have ever seen
Dwight
Howard in the NBA again.
Yeah.
And now with that injury that happened, they end up signing Dwight Howard. Dwight's been a regular player, been playing his role, knowing where he's at. So if Deion Waiters could do that same thing, it could be great. But this could also be, in his mind, he has to know this might be your last chance.
Yeah, you have to know that. If you don't know that by 28, it was never meant for you to know.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
we'll see.
all right,
that's interesting.
we have to wrap it up. We will be back on Monday. We'll be talking about UFC. Give you, some of the highlights of being there. And yeah, download the app, all that good stuff. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Unnamed Sports Show, powered by Precharge. We'll do the read again on Monday.
We'll try our best.
Try our best. Download the app. Make sure you follow us at Gorilla Cross on all social media. And we will talk to you on Monday. Peace.